Hey, what's up, guys? My name is Luno, and today we are going to be clearing out this little forest and starting the foundation for a little farming island right here, while talking about the Great Lock-In. If you're on social media over the past few weeks, you may have seen this concept. It's called the Great Lock-In, where basically people are taking September through December of 2025 to really lock in on their goals and to go into 2026 with feeling proud of yourself, feeling like you made something of this year. Maybe you've had a busy year, maybe you've had some health issues, whatever has gone on this year for you. I think the Great Lock-In is a good time to figure out what your goals are and just really get back to a good baseline going into 2026. So as I clear out that little forest on that island, that's what I'm going to be talking about in this video. And I thought the best way to divide my goals, maybe yours too, is to divide it into 5 categories: body, finances, mind, spirit, and soul. I'll get into the specifics of what those look like as we go, and I'm just going to go one by one. So for me, body, what does body look like locking into my goals with my body? It's taking care of my physical self. I've had some minor health issues over the past few months, and I haven't been able to go to the gym. I feel like I lost a little bit of the progress that I had, but thankfully, I'm going to be back in the gym starting next week. I got to ease into it a little bit, and then once I'm kind of getting back up to full health, I'm going to be able to get back to my normal routine. And I'm planning on going to the gym 5 days a week, doing a push-pull leg split, and then doing a variation of the push-pull days for my remaining 2 days at the gym. And then I'm gonna try to get between 8 and 10,000 steps a day. I used to be like really on the 10,000 steps a day, but I don't know. I'm very busy, and I'm out of my house most of the week, like doing a bunch of things. So sometimes the last thing I want to do is go walk for an hour around my neighborhood after I worked all day, but I'm still gonna put the effort in to try. So 8 to 10,000 steps a day, 5 days at the gym per week, and then the last thing is just gonna be a light run or jog 2 days a week. I run about between 2 to 4 miles most of the time. I used to do distance running, and I didn't get super into it. I think I ran up to 9 miles at one time, which was pretty good, but that's enough for me. Running can cause a lot of issues, and I would just rather not put my body at risk, and I can focus on the gym to kind of push myself and get kind of that same discipline, I guess, that running gives you. But that's what body looks like for me, my body goals throughout the rest of the Great Lock-In. And then next one is finances. This is super simple. I live at home with my parents, and I work full time, and I also work a second part-time contract job. And there's no reason why I shouldn't be living not super frugally, but at least dialing back my spending, because it's gotten a little bit out of hand. And I'm gonna have to save for some Christmas presents for family and stuff like that. But my goal is to buy a house hopefully next year, and I have a pretty sizable down payment. Not sizable, but I have a decent down payment already, and I just want to keep building that. So yeah, finances is simple for the rest of this year, is have enough money to buy, spoil my family with Christmas gifts, and then really just focus on dialing back my spending a little bit, just to save money. Don't have to eat out all the time. I can meal prep or find things to do with friends that are free or cheap, like walking, so we can meet our goals of getting 10,000 steps a day, whatever. So we talked about body, we talked about finances, and next we're going to talk about mind. Now, what is mind? Because that's a very abstract way to start talking about your goals. I consider mind to be anything that helps me maintain clarity in my choices and in my decision making in my head. So like, for example, journaling. Journaling is something that helps me. I have a hard time articulating my thoughts. That's part of the reason I started this channel, so that I could speak better and so that I could articulate my thoughts better. But journaling is another one of those things that I have found incredibly helpful for just knowing what I want, knowing what I think about things, and finding a way to take all that stuff that's crammed in my head and just put it out into the world and kind of make my peace with like, oh no, this is what I think about this or that. So mind is going to include journaling. What else did I write down here? Spending more time outdoors, which part of that with walking, I'm going to be able to get a little bit more time outdoors, but I find it incredibly reflective and good whenever I walk. It helps me just to keep my mind on the things that matter and think about, you know, my goals and where I want to be next. I'll kind of ramble if I keep talking about this, so I'm just gonna stop talking about it. I think you probably get what I'm trying to get at. So we got body, finances, mind, and then next one would be spirit. I used to include the next topic called soul in with spirit, but I feel like they're very distinct things, so I wanted to separate them. So spirit is going to be my passions and what kind of inspires me in a day-to-day basis. So what inspires me is content creation, and part of that is, you know, making videos for this channel. I'm a musician and I want to write more music so that I can hopefully perform it with my friends someday. Social time with my friends. I'm an introvert, but I still need that time with my friends to catch up with people and see how they're doing, and I don't know, it's always a good time hanging out with people. So my spirit is just things that like make all the things I'm doing worth it, you know, because if you get locked into the grind of like just doing the same habits and routines over and over without indulging in some things that bring you joy, you're gonna get burnt out and it's not gonna be fun anymore. That's at least my perspective. You could disagree with that, but it's my video, so that's what I'm saying. So that is spirit for me, and I'm keeping things kind of brief and vague just because I could talk forever about a lot of these things. Did I leave any? I don't think I left anything in here. Should be good. I'll figure it out. All right, so we got body, finances, mind, spirit, and then the last one is going to be soul. And I'm a Christian. I go to church, I read my Bible, I pray, and that brings me a lot of peace and clarity in my life, having a personal relationship with my Creator. And you know, I'm not gonna, I mean, I think Christ is Lord, and I will say that, and I'm not gonna tell you what to do for your soul segment, no matter what it is. Like, if you find ways of maybe being in nature is a way that you kind of fill your soul up, good for you. I would encourage you to go to church and maybe consider it. It's a great community, you know, got to meet the right people. But that's one way I'm locking in, is I want to be more intentional with my soul, with spending time with my Creator and praying and reading His Word. So body is your physical goals, finances is your financial goals, mind is your how do you keep a clear head and even know what your goals are, spirit is your passions, what fuels you up, what amps you up, inspires you. What are your passions? If you don't know them, maybe try some things. You'll figure it out. You got this. And the last one is soul. You know, what are your beliefs on God, the universe? You should probably at least have an answer to that question. And I would encourage you to look into Christianity, because Christ is Lord. He died for your sins. So yeah, that's the end of the video. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you coming in and just checking everything out. Comment if you agree, disagree with some of my takes, some of my areas. If you have any thoughts on how to improve that framework, just let me know. And yeah, I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.